You know, given all of the frowny faces that I've been seeing in YouTube thumbnails, this movie wasn't as bad as I was expecting. That's not to say that it's the most amazingest thing ever, but it was a safe, middle-of-the-road movie that Jurassic fans will eat up. Hehe, get it? Eat up? I'm not that funny. Anyway, as such, it is deserving of a safe, middle-of-the-road rating. As a Jurassic junkie myself, I really did enjoy myself, while also seeing the movie's flaws for what they are. This movie, for me, is the embodiment of the eternal struggle of fan versus critic. The first thing that I liked about this movie, and what got me to let my guard down enough to actually give it a chance, was the fact that this entry into the Jurassic saga is not dependent on the previous entries. Heck, this could even be a direct sequel to the original. No other movies make any impact on the events here whatsoever, and that's a good thing since I really didn't like the previous two movies that much. The second thing that I liked is the premise of the mercenary team going in to smuggle some valuable cargo off Dino Island. I've thought that this premise would make for a great Jurassic Park movie, literally for decades now, so it's nice to see something like that finally come to fruition. Unfortunately, the mercenary team isn't the only movie in this movie, as this really is two movies smushed into one. You've got the mercenaries doing their thing, then there's this random family that shows up, because of course we need some kids on screen to give younger audience members something to relate to. You know, for once I would like to see one of these movies go full throttle on the horror aspect, which the mercenary premise would have been good for, but that's obviously never going to happen as long as these movies keep catering to the older child demographic. I guess they know where they're going to make their money from. The fact that there's two movies happening at the same time makes both storylines feel very underdeveloped. I literally do not remember or care about any of these characters in the movie, which is not always a bad thing, as long as the dinosaur action is good. We'll discuss that shortly. But yeah, there really is no reason for me to give a darn about these characters, and apparently there's no reason for Scarlett Johansson to either. Sorry to pick on her in particular, but while most of the cast put in at least serviceable performances given the quality of the script, ScarJo is obviously just cashing in a paycheck. She didn't even try, and it really shows. As for the dinosaurs, it's a lot of CGI. Well, that's to be expected anymore. I do miss the tangible feel of the original trilogy, with all of the animatronics and practical effects they were using back then, but that's progress, I suppose. At this point, we really aren't dealing with dinosaurs anymore anyway, as genetic tampering has made most of them mutant creatures by this point. They're basically kaiju now, which gives this a heavy Skull Island vibe, which I'm okay with that. Overall, as I said in the beginning, this is a very safe movie. Too safe even. The setup was there to make this possibly much scarier than ever before. Like I said, if they could have just leaned all into the horror aspects, but despite the supposed danger, I always felt safe. I always felt I was more like on a theme park ride than an actual dangerous movie. There's a clear difference between the protagonist characters and the cannon fodder, and you know who will get eaten pretty early on. There's also a little bit of moralizing here, which, hey, it's 2020's Hollywood, so of course there is.
It's Hollywood, baby!
Pharmaceutical corporations are the bad guys here, which is interesting timing following the Luigi incident. But, I mean, it's not obnoxious, and it's only brought up a couple of times, so I give it a pass here. Hey, it's better than the faux environmentalism we got in the last two movies, so I'll take what I can get. I guess all told, I have conflicting opinions about this. I did like the movie. I did have fun. I was able to enjoy its good aspects to the extent that they're done well. But at the same time, some things could have just been done better. Not bad, although sometimes forgettable. It's the eternal struggle of the fan versus the critic in the end. And I suppose it's a draw. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then consider liking and subscribing if you feel like I deserve it, and I will see you in the future.